Here we go.
How old is he now?
6 months.
Oh.
Well, this says we have 4 viewers, but I don't. It says we have 5 viewers.
Hi, viewers.
But I don't see any. I thought I was supposed to be able to. Oh, here's Ben. Hey. Oh, you know why? Because they have to chat. So if you guys are watching, put something in the chat window so we can see who you are. Because it doesn't come up as a guest list or, you know, whatever. It doesn't show like who's online. Somebody's calling me. I'm not going to answer it. I just want to see who it is. In Caldwell, New Jersey. Anybody from Caldwell out there calling me?
Oh, you know what? That's my girlfriend's texting me who lives in Caldwell, because that couldn't be. It could. No, it has nothing to do with this.
I don't know. How did she get my number?
I don't know. That's so weird. I'm telling her, her text just came up and she lives in North Caldwell.
So I mean, the only thing I can see about using this. Give me a second. Yeah, using this Hangouts setup is I see Ben's message. He chatted. He said, "Hello, NJDJN." And I just saw yours, Betsy, but yours is on the Google Hangouts.
So where is it, as opposed to what?
As opposed to being on YouTube. So for some reason for some reason our chat is not linking with the YouTube chat. So I'll just keep an eye out for chats on my right over here where I'm looking. And I'll just
Hi.
Hi.
I'm doing some live
home?
chat, Peter, so I
All right. Well, since we have 4 to 5 viewers, I wish I could see who they were. We'll have to work on that. We can start with now. This was actually part of what I wanted to cover in the meeting anyway. You know, actually using this type of media. What's the right word? Media. What do you say? So it looks like it's pretty cool. I do have another program that we can use when it comes to, now believe it or not, when you want to do like a spontaneous live chat, then you have to have another type of what they call codec, which is just some program that lets you edit and connect and all this other stuff, kind of like what we did in the January meeting. But you didn't get to see that, Betsy, but I have video from, and Ben saw it. Oh, here we go. Rave review. Hey, Jerky. Mario Panacucci from Rave Reviews DJ Entertainment just commented. What's up, buddy? Glad to see you. And so anyway, without getting into too much detail because it wouldn't make sense unless I demonstrate it, but we're going to skip all that. So what we'll do, we'll jump into what we're going to do for February. Now, if you guys are going to definitely comment, I got a couple of responses. Ben, you're one of them. I know Mario is interested, Jerky, in coming to the Groove Lounge, Betsy Fischer's Groove Lounge in Voorhees, New Jersey. And that's going to be Tuesday, February. I'm not looking at a calendar yet, but I think it's the 9th. Is that right? let me bring up a calendar. This is coming to you live right before your very eyes.
Tuesday the 9th, yes.
Tuesday the 9th, all right. So we've got an event for that on Facebook, a couple of emails. I hope, oh, it's your arm. What is that? Your screen is really dirty. I hope everyone is liking the new format of the newsletter. I've been monitoring, I've been tracking the responses to it. I used one of those sort of like a constant contact. This one that I've been using is called Eye Contact. So I just, I plug the list in, and now it helps me customize the list, and I can see who's, which people's email addresses are things being bounced off of. It means they don't work anymore, so I just delete them. So now I'm cleaning up the mailing list, which is good. And that's going to help me update a lot of things like memberships and who's paid and who owes, for 2016. We'll get to those. So, Betsy, are you all set for us?
I am. Is my dog's toys bothering you in the background? Can you hear that?
No, are
squeaking?
you playing with it, or is it the dog playing with it? I was just ignoring it for now.
Can you hear it?
Mario asked, how do I go on Google? Like Google Hangouts, you mean? Let's see what he says.
You need to send him that same link you sent me.
Maybe we should have him jump in. Why don't we invite Mario? Mario, I'm going to invite you. Is that okay? He isn't responding yet, but that's because there's a bit of a delay. You know what to do? I'll leave it open. If he pops up, he pops up.
You should probably send him the same link that you sent me.
Yeah. Yeah. He said yes. All right, so let's get him on here. All right. I'm going to send the same link to Mario, so bear with me. So while we do that, now you and I did an interview for Dishes. I interviewed you for that article I did in September, and then
Yes.
we had to unfortunately postpone the meeting. So sorry to hear about the loss. It was your dad's mother.
My mother-in-law.
It was your mother-in-law.
My husband's mother.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. And it was sudden too, right?
No, she was sick, but we didn't expect that she would not get better. We thought she would, so it was unexpected in that way.
Oh, kind of in the same boat right now. As a matter of fact, my grandmother is in the hospital at the moment. I'll be going there, after the meeting just to check on her and see if she had a stroke Sunday night. And so
sorry to hear that. How old is she?
Thank you. Well, she's 90. So, I mean, she lived a good life. She's still living a good life. It's just that now she has this unfortunate incident that is going to hinder her. So,
well, 90 years old. God bless her.
Yeah, right. Listen, I wish if I could make it to Mario, and I'm sure when he gets on here, he's going to tell you how to do it.
He's done 94. I'll take it.
What is that you sent me? When did you send me that? Oh, that was back in September. I still have his old stuff. All right, Mary, click that link. You're going to need to probably either download Hangouts or just, I don't know, click permissions to it, or it comes up like an app. But it depends on what device you're using. Ben, same thing. If you want to jump in there, let me know. Just say connect me, and I'll send you a link. And I see we have a couple more visitors here, so that's good to see. Now, guys, if you have any questions, suggestions, comments, like I said before, pop those in there, and then we'll get to some of those and see where we're. Oh, good, you have Hangouts, so jump in. Mario has Hangouts. Let me go back to the screen so I can see Betsy. Now, some of the things we were talking about in September, which I'd like to just kind of, talk about more up to date. He said, "Bring it on." It's so funny, Ben. The first thing I want to start with is NJ. NJ. DJ Times DJ of the Year for 2015. We have her right here. This is Betsy Fischer. And she is the DJ of the Year. And the one thing I'm still looking forward to seeing is that kick-ass new version of the horror that you
It is
previewed.
kick-ass.
Yeah. So one of the questions I asked, I want to ask you again, is we want to know what it takes to be a entertainer of that caliber. That how do you become a DJ of the year?
That's a very good question, Michael. Very good question. For me personally, I think just the stars aligned that year. Honestly, I found this great version of the song, which was very inspirational and motivational for me. And I was very, very happy to share it. And as I told you before, when I was in the middle of it and doing it, and once I stepped off the dance floor, even if I won nothing that night, I still knew that it was so great. It went over so great. And it was a really fun and a great experience. So I think you obviously have to love what you do, and it has to be well received by the audience that's there.
It's fantastic. Very cool.
And doable.
So I didn't know about that part where you sort of found the version. Now the version was your inspiration of coming up with the routine.
Yes, I heard the song. I love the song, and I said to myself, "Oh my God, I have to choreograph something to this because this is amazing." So
did that make it easier to come up with choreography, or is that something you really had to work at to create the choreography?
If you feel it, it happens. But we're going to talk about that at the next NJDJN meeting. We're going to talk about choreography.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome because I'm just going to give them just a little bit of. We're just going to put a little bit of sprinkle on what's going to happen on the night. So figure just give a little bit of information, a little bit of a teaser, and then get the full detail when we go there. And
so choreography is part of that. We will definitely be discussing. I'll be giving some tips on how to choreograph for a dance.
All right, awesome. Right, because one of our phone conversations we had prior to planning the meeting was, okay, we're going to talk about, we want to see, what the dance was that you won with. Also, not only about, showing us choreography, but how to inspire creativity. Because, listen, I'm not, and Mario will attest to this too, and he said it many times, I'm not the best dancer or the most creative MC entertainer that you're going to meet. But, if I have a plan and I'm going to stick by it, and then I'm going to do what I can, I'm going to be damn sure that it's going to go over well at the party. But I would love to kind of know, just to find that creativity side in me. Can I bring it out, a little bit better? And maybe something like what you're doing on the 9th is going to help that. And that's what I look forward to.
It will.
All right, good. So let's see. Now, I want to talk a little bit more about Groove Lounge. I know you do most of your parties. I know some parties you still do. Word of mouth. You go out on regular mobile gigs, but most of the stuff you're doing now is strictly at the Groove Lounge. Correct. And tell me again what you felt the advantages of that, having that venue as opposed to the mobile.
The advantage is you don't have to deal with the loading in and loading out. That's the first thing. And doing that in bad weather, loading in and loading out in the snow and the rain and the sleet when it's freezing cold, none of that is part of the equation anymore. Mm-hmm. And also dealing with elevators and stairs and everything that goes on with setting up at a gig, and just dealing with, banquet managers and in-house people. And sometimes as a woman DJ walking in somewhere, well, I didn't always get the nicest reception. People would look around and say, well, where's the DJ? And I'd say, well, right here, looking for the guy who's in charge. So all of that is no longer in existence. I don't have to lug anything. I don't have to worry about the cold weather, nothing like that. I unlock my door, open up, and everything is set up and ready to go. And that's the beautiful thing about it. The flip side is now I don't have to worry about loading and loading, but now I have to worry about cleaning and worry about supplies and worry about, do I have toilet paper and paper towels? And there's a whole nother side of it that does not happen for a mobile DJ.
Right.
So sometimes when I do a mobile gig, all I have to do at the end is pack up and walk out. I'm like, this is great. Maybe I should do this. So there's pros and cons to both.
Yeah, that's understandable. I mean, you're talking about a full service facility, building with electricity and, like I said, toilet paper, toilet bowls. You have to,
Absolutely.
if those get dirty, forget about it. That's up to you. None of us can really say I had to clean the toilet bowl at the end of the night.
And we do it after every single party.
Wow.
We definitely pride ourselves. I want people to walk in and feel like it's very clean, because I've worked in venues myself where the bathroom is disgusting or the place is disgusting. And I definitely want people to walk in and have a sense it's very clean. That's very important to me.
Yeah, understandable. So you mentioned, a female DJ who, listen, I know a lot of really strong women, and they can carry, my grandmother being one of them. I'm sure she can carry, or she could have carried 50-pound speakers till, she was in her 70s, 80s. But, of course, there's always that, could you say there's a discrimination? There's not really, I would say it's not really discrimination, right? But how you see, has it been a disadvantage? I would say probably the word disadvantage might be better to like a challenge for women DJs when it comes to preference. Either you want a woman DJ or you don't want a woman DJ, but how does it really, talk about that for a little bit.
For me personally, yes, that has been a factor, but I know there's other women DJs in the country where it's not a factor. And I used to write an article for Pro Mobile DJ with Stacy Zeman. I wrote for her, and it was called Girls with Gigs. And we talked about that in that Pro Mobile online forum. And for me, it has been a problem, but someone like Liz Daly, she never has a problem. She actually works her being female to her advantage and identifies the brides and says, I was a bride once too, and I understand what you're going through. Yeah. For me, I just told the story the other day. I had an interview with a couple. They were, interviewing me to do their wedding. They loved my video. They loved my personality. I loved everything. But the groom said to me, I can't do it. I cannot have a woman running the show. I need to see two men in tuxedos. I can't do it. And I remember driving home devastated and calling Rob Smith in Florida and saying, I did everything right. And the guy said he really liked me, but just not a guy. So I did not get the gig, and there wasn't too much I could have done about it.
Right. Yeah.
And I've been to certain weddings. I went to a wedding with Michael Lazari, took me once to do some kind of dance. And I think the bride sort of resented that there was another woman as the center of attention there. But like I said, there's plenty of other women in the country who don't have those issues. So
Sure. Do you find that the ones that don't have that problem, is it because they have something that differentiates themselves other than being a woman, like with their talent, their level of performance? Does it make a difference at all, or is it just
I don't know, but possibly those women also work for larger companies. I'm a single op, and maybe it's just me. There's no, in my company per se.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think. I know other women work for larger companies and can go out to weddings. And so a couple can pick through that roster of who are the DJs. I want her, I don't want her, I want him instead. But I really don't know the answer to that. But like Liz Daly sings and Tara Feely sings, maybe that helps them. That's something I definitely do not do. So maybe that's part of something that sells, helps to sell them.
I think so. That's kind of like what I was thinking of in my head was, in having that personality image, that person's got she's a great talent here, great talent there. So you take guys, some of our guys that are online right now. We got Mario, who I know is a crazy performer. He's awesome. Ben's got a great personality, and he's very professional. And when he gets out there, he's Mr. Smooth. And You know, so everyone's got their special quality. Yeah, I think whether you're a man or a woman. So I think there's that difference where people might not be comfortable with whether a male or a female, but I guess it's who you really like in the long run.
Somebody once at one of the DJ conventions in Atlantic City wanted to make an all-female DJ group.
Oh.
And I was thinking, I honestly thought, well, why? Well, we should band together our businesses and say, you can hire a female DJ. And I was thinking, well, why would we do that? A lot of people might not even want that. So why would we form a business around that? It didn't really make sense to me at the time.
Okay. All right. So I think we'll leave it there. I don't want to make this too long because then people will just start disappearing. Thank you, Ben. Ben says, touche, Ben. He says, you're such a ham, Mike. Thank you. I guess he's just, let's see. Oh, Mario can't get on. So he says, it's not working for me to get on. All right, Mario, that's okay. We'll work on that for, next time. If you're enjoying this now, we'll keep this going once a month, and that should give enough time for Mario to fix his Google Hangouts, unless we switch to a different format, because this is sort of, it's trial as we go. Is it working? Is it not working? What works? We'll make it better. We'll continue to make this better. I like doing this. It actually worked out pretty well. It looks like we got a pretty decent crowd watching us. Mardi Gras just tuned in. So let's see. So Ben has a message for you, Betsy.
He does.
He says, congratulations to you, Betsy, and I look forward to February 9th. So we know we got one guy. Yeah.
Thanks, Ben.
So we know one guy. We know one guy showing up. Welcome, Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras is going to come too, right, Mardi Gras?
Yeah. Mardi Gras, are you coming? We'll give him a few seconds because there's a little bit of delay on this guy. So if you have any questions for Betsy, let's ask him now. If you have questions about where the Groove Lounge is, Voorhees, New Jersey, right?
Correct.
And you're not far from Cherry Hill.
Correct. 2 minutes from Cherry Hill. And just tell everyone to wear their dancing shoes.
Okay. This is very important.
It's not an exercise class, though. Don't be afraid. It's just be ready to dance.
We definitely wanted to make that point because you did a dance, not a dance, a fitness class.
Right.
The last time, and that was a couple of years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago.
It was a while ago. Probably 2009, maybe 2010.
Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. I didn't get a chance. I didn't get to go. I don't think I was making an effort to do all the road trips, So I was like a lot of some of our guys that just don't want to, go here and there. But I know Ben said on the event that he was going to go. Mardi Gras, I believe.
Yes, I'll be there. Woohoo!
But he just said on the chat too, yes, I'll be there. Yeah, because we need our secretary. So I think the meeting minutes are going to be a little light for next month because he's been recording the meeting minutes for us since this very last meeting. So
he'll be too busy on the dance floor and
plus
pizza and other good things. So
yeah, cool. So all right, yeah. I've got 2 of those good things sitting on my counter right now. And let me show you. Let me I don't want to give away the surprise, but I'm gonna have to. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna grab something. Yeah. You said that you have was it black lights?
Yes.
Okay. So I may not have to show these on the camera, right? I'm gonna see. Here's the packs I got. Can you see?
Perfect. Yep.
Oh, why is it? It's backwards.
Not to me. It's
okay.
gonna be great.
Okay. Oh, you're right. It's gonna come up on the. There it is. Yeah. I'm watching myself right now. No, okay. So I didn't say what it was gonna be. Make your own conclusion. Right. But I know that these reflect black light, so I haven't tested it myself, but I found those special. That was a link that I showed you.
Right.
They were hard to find. Everything I had was LED glasses or the same ones as the glow sticks. You crack them once and then you use them and that's it.
Right.
I didn't really want that. I just wanted something that was going to glow.
Just so you know, for future reference.
I found a glow source. Yeah. So glowsource.com. Thank you for the sending those promptly, and we'll be using those on the 9th. Let's see. Any more questions on it? So no questions for Betsy's guys. I know you just throw some quick. Ben called me a ham. Mario's computer is horrible because it hangouts, and then Mardi Gras will be at the meeting. So we have so far a couple of responses on the Facebook event page. So let me tell you, and you tell me, Betsy, if this is a good idea or not. I moved the frequency of the newsletters to every Monday. Now, last week's went out a little late, but I want to do one every week so we can keep all the information, the news, and what's going on, what's happening, and on a frequent basis. So I'm utilizing the eye contact program, which is sort of like a constant contact, but the pricing structure was better to my advantage because we don't have a 500+ mailing list. So it was a little, better price.
Yeah, I use that too. I use eye contact too.
Oh, you do? Okay, good. So this is the first time for me using it because I don't really need mass mailers for the business I do. Actually, yeah, I'd like to incorporate it more. But I think now when you're using something like that for mass mailings, you're really basically trying to promote the business, right?
Yes, trying to get people to come into events, trying to book birthday parties. It's great for events, though.
Okay. So so when you're trying to promote like something special to get people in the door, and that's sort of like your showcase, right? Like so you're showcasing yourself.
Yeah, I try to educate myself on social media, about social media as often as I can. And I did see something about direct, emailing and why email marketing is better than a Facebook ad or, a magazine, because when you're sending an email, at least you know that it gets to that person. Whether they open it or not, it's different. You have to make it catchy enough that they're going to open it, but at least you're getting directly into that person's mailbox. Whereas at Facebook, they may miss it, or unless they go on your page, or unless they go on your website, that's just hit or miss. But at least email is direct. So we have a father-daughter dance coming up for Valentine's Day. So I'm once a week sending out reminders to people, sign up for our dance. And you can link, the registration form and link video to it. So it's a good.
Yes. Yeah.
And even iContact itself has tutorials, and you can call them, and they have articles at the bottom that give you great ideas.
Yeah, I mean, that's the first place I started was on some of the video tutorials, and those were done relatively well. And I'd say what I liked the best was the one that Greg was using prior to me using the eye contact. Okay, we had constant contact before. I didn't do anything with it because I wasn't the one doing the newsletters. And I checked the pricing now. Them being probably, largest one in the market, you charge a little more. Then I looked at the one that Greg had. It was limited. I couldn't really do the columns the way that I wanted. So I kept digging more and more. Finally, I came across eye contact, and I says, hey, this is the way I want. Sorry, the little guy's screaming in there ready for dinner. And it had everything that I needed, so I went with that. I had the best price, and then I wanted to make sure that we save on expenses for the business as usual. Yet I want to keep communicate. I want to keep communication going. I want to get in everybody's face once a week, And then, you know, once a month we do our thing in the meetings, and then we have this to sort of like a little gap in between. You know, let's say, okay, let's talk a little bit about what's going to happen in February. Let's talk about what's going to happen in, you know, the business itself. Yeah, there is a massive delay, Mario. I just saw your message now. How much time it takes for me to open the message. So there is a delay. It might be a setting on there, like, you know, maybe like people like when they do the 6 second delay on TV, like for curses and stuff. But if I could find, I'm going to turn it off. But I think it's just the processing that's creating the delay. So Mario also wrote before, though. He was physically different, but that's okay. I love that we are different. Now, he might be talking about something else other than entertainment, but I agree with that, too. Excuse me. All right, cool. So we talked a little bit about what's going to happen next 2 weeks. 2 weeks, right? We'll be there in 2 weeks, and we put a little bit about something in the lecture, like, you know, the use of the constant contact. There's a big Facebook message floating around that had some suggestions. Now, bear with me a second while I bring that up, so I can see on my screen. I just don't remember where I saw it last. Oh, it's over here. Now, I won't say who it's from. Some of you may know. And here, there's some things about shadow programs, discounts for members. That stuff, you know, maybe we could just leave on the back burner for the time being. Until we start, you know, we really have to work on the structure. And I've posted a few things out there. Now, for any of you viewers out there too, I also wanted to put out there, and if you've seen in the newsletter, the committee roles. And, you know, so just keep in mind, I'm looking for some people that may want to get involved in the bylaws committee, because that's where I want to start with. I want to start just putting up those bylaws and see where we might be able to make them first, which is what accomplishing in February is our you know, looking to do some more tours. There was an example here from a few years back, but I like this, what we're doing for February, because it's going to get in everyone's entertainment side. We want to, you know, sort of, you know, focus, you know, also on performance. So, and I think that's the only thing, the two things I wanted to address right now. There's a couple of things on here that have some good ideas, but now if you guys, the reason I'm bringing it up, because if you guys have any of your own ideas, let me know. It could be an email. It could be right now in chat if I ever find it. I have to bring, there it is. If I bring it back up, because I have to. Okay, so I think what we'll try to do is, maybe one suggestion would be Mario's massive delay. We'll figure out in some ways that we could make this format a little bit better, because I don't want to chase people away from using this, because I'd like to keep doing this once a month. Any ideas for next month? Anyone? You, Betsy? Any ideas what we could do?
Next month the meeting is Jake's Games seminar, right?
Yes.
So maybe we can just do a little preview, or people share their ideas about games.
Yeah, okay. We could definitely. Oh, Ben. No, because I drank it all. Ben wanted to know if there was any sangria. Oh, you know why? Because he put 2 and 2. See, I told you this guy's smart. He put 2 and 2 together, and he saw the sangria recipe. But let me tell you something, Ben, you were not far off, because it kind of stemmed from that. I had some stuff, you know, in the house, and gave me the idea to say, hey, you know what, maybe I can bring some of this with me to the, so we're thinking shots. I mean, you can't do a shot of sangria, of course, but
But you were going to tell.
I couldn't. He already posted on it. I should just say no.
All right, so just know
Okay,
that
no.
Captain Jonathan will really appreciate coming to this meeting. That's all we can say.
Well, I hope he's not driving. No, yeah. We just incriminated him if he gets pulled over. Any sangria left? Is that what the shot glasses are for? Well, we showed him shot glasses anyway, but I wasn't going to tell. But yeah, we'll make it a little celebration, right? Because we're going to a party. I figured, why not? It's going to be a party, right? We want it to feel like a party.
Absolutely. We're going to have a great time.
We want it to be a party, right? We're going to learn a new dance. You guys probably saw it already because and Betsy's probably going to flog me for this because I've never been to one of the DJ of the Year competitions. And, oh, Ben says, is there a place to sleep at the Groove Lounge?
Tell him I got lots of couches, yes.
Yes, there's lots of couches, but you can't sleep during the party. You can sleep after.
Right.
But she's going to have to lock you in. And you're a funny man. I was going to say something else. I can't think of what I was going to say, but I was going to say something else. Anybody else? Yeah. All right. So anyway, that brought me to the point about travel arrangements. So if you guys, again, use the event page for carpool arrangements. I may have room in the car for one more person, but I've got a tentative right now because I'm gonna have to use the van, so I only have 2 seats, so I can't bring anybody with me. But if you guys are coming from North Jersey, let us know. Again, we're gonna have pizza. We're gonna bring pizza there, and I know it's been customary to stop somewhere, but I don't know if anybody wants to do that. So we're just gonna do the pizza. We're gonna do the drinks. Non-alcoholic beverages and a little something before we get on the dance floor. We'll do a little toast. We'll do a little toast, right? A little loosening up. Might as well make the most of it. Every detail covered. So I don't see any other questions. I figured I'd give me a couple seconds for more questions, but I don't have any more questions. Again, we have a little segment called suggestion box, and I don't see anything in the questions to continue the suggestion box. So we'll call a conclusion early. And we want to thank everybody. Any last statements or words of advice for our members that are our viewers, Betsy?
You're asking me? Just drive safely down to Voorhees, New Jersey. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. Wear your dancing shoes, come hungry, and be ready to move and groove.
Oh, you got the groove in there. I was waiting for the groove. Actually, I was waiting for you to say the other line. The move and groove I like too. That's good. Usually you say groovy good time.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a groovy good time because we are the grooviest place to host a party for sure.
All right. There you go. So you got to use that word groove. That's your trademark word.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, guys. I hope that was. I hope this was. Mardi Gras says thank you. I'm sorry. Ben says thank you. Mardi Gras says no doubt. See you guys on the 9th. If you have any questions for me, just hit me up on email or Facebook, and we will see you Tuesday.
Bye, everybody.
Good night, guys.
Peace out.
Peace.